Joining us on set here on the Big Ten Network. Gentlemen, welcome to Media Day. How has it been so far?
It's been great. Long day, but it's been good so far.
Yeah? Everybody doing okay? I heard you guys got some Topgolf in yesterday, though.
Yeah. We did. It was a good time.
Okay. I mean, it seems like you could get a little more excited for Topgolf. Are you not a golf guy?
No, I like golf.
You like golf?
I like it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you as good as this guy?
Probably not.
Probably not. All right. Tell me a little bit about the mindset coming in this year. Obviously, you guys fell short of what you believed that you could do last year. Ryan Walters coming in year number 2. I think about the talent you have on this team, your comfort level now with the offense, health always important. Just give me a big picture State of the Union where you feel right now coming into this season.
Yeah, I feel great about where we are right now. We got the whole staff returning, and then some key guys that we were able to bring back this year, and then key guys we were able to add through the portal and freshmen and whatnot. So I think just having year 1 to year 2 makes a big difference, and I feel great where we're at right now.
Yeah. And I think it's always interesting to ask from the center standpoint, the development that you've seen with your quarterback and how you view the offense right now. What have you seen?
I think from Hud, I've just seen him grow as a leader, just kind of grow and be more comfortable in front of the team, kind of have that environment around him, kind of have the confidence around him to kind of go out there and cut it loose, have fun, and kind of hold guys accountable and have that leadership role put on him.
And Kydran, you made the choice to come back, and it was a football decision and it was a school decision as well. I read that your mom, it was important to her and you that you earned that degree, which I love. So walk me through, what you were evaluating and why ultimately you decided to come back.
Well, I was evaluating I got to graduate Purdue first, and then am I still happy here? And yes, I am, and I just want to get my Purdue degree, and that was the main thing.
Well, I know Purdue fans were happy that you made that choice, and you're going to be switching positions. You're going from outside to inside. Tell me about that transition and what excites you about it.
It's going to be a good transition for me because I get to be a more vocal leader and help the whole defense and bring us together as a defense. And I get to see the whole offense as a pitcher, and I get to learn more at Mike than I did at Ed, and it's going to be a great transition for me.
Some more versatility for what you want to do at the next level, certainly. And Hudson, I got to ask you, because I think something that we haven't talked enough about, and Brett Bielema was just on the set and he mentioned it, the development of being able to have helmet-to-player communication in game. So Graham Harrell will be able to talk to you, which we're not going to have the play calling, blocks that we used to have on the sidelines and all the signs. But, how have you practiced with that technology and what impact do you think it's going to have?
Yeah, I think it'll be a cool experience. I think not only will it help us this year, but it also prepares the players for the next level, which I think is neat. And this year we've started practicing with it, and I think the way that we're going to utilize it will be to our advantage. So it'll be exciting.
I mentioned some of the new players that are coming in, 18 scholarship transfers coming into the program, and in the whiteout room, it always looks good when you can bring in a couple of Georgia Bulldogs and a UCLA Bruin. Talk to me about the chemistry with those guys and who's standing out to you.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Our receiver room is really deep right now. I believe that we have multiple guys that can go out there and play at a high level, which is a great feeling to have, for me. But yeah, those guys have done an amazing job, especially the new guys have just, put their head down and worked, and really trying to understand the system. And, for me, just building those relationships with those guys, trying to be on the same page with them has been critical this offseason.
Gus, you're a 3-time academic All-Big Ten honoree, and I think about the position that you play. Every time I talk to a center, they're no offense to everyone, but they're just cerebral, and it takes a different level to be able to play that position. So the way that you see the game and the new pieces that are around this offense, who has stood out to you and what excites you?
Just kind of I'm at center, especially kind of the cerebral part, kind of being the smart football player, and then you kind of see these guys up front is kind of where I'm with those guys a lot more. So kind of seeing the new guys we brought in, Corey Stewart, the left tackle from Ball State, I think he's gonna be a phenomenal player for us. Bringing in DJ Wingfield from New Mexico, he's so versatile, can play so many different spots. Just kind of those are the two guys right now that are really pushing forward. And then you bring in Josh Sales and Joe Tonona, kind of from Indiana, Notre Dame, kind of bringing those guys, just adding more depth and adding more competition, pushing the whole room.
And if I'm not mistaken, you grew up just down the road from here in
Yep.
Zionsville. So what's it like being at Media Day at Lucas Oil's? Is this a little bit of a surreal moment walking in?
Yeah, it's really cool just kind of growing up. I mean, 25, 30 minutes from here, like not super far. Kind of grew up watching this, kind of really hoping you'd be here, and like kind of seeing the Big Ten championships, like, and then that's going to be here in Indy for the next 5 years, something like that. But kind of seeing that, kind of having the Indy ties is really special, and kind of having the opportunity to be here is really cool.
I want to ask each of you guys, because Ryan Walters, I know that you love playing for him, and he enters his second year as the head coach. He was up on the set earlier and talking about what he had to learn and how much, he said, how much time do you have to tell you all the things that I learned from my first year as a head coach? So what makes him unique, and what have you seen as he's evolved as a head coach?
Well, for me, I say he's a defensive guy, so I get along with Ryan a lot. So it's been very good, like having him as a coach, and he's like, we became closer since he's been here. Like at first, when he first got here, we really didn't have a bond, but as the season went along, we got closer, and he understood me and I understood him, and we just got that on bond, and we grew closer.
Yeah, I mean, kind of for me, I think I've just kind of see him just always be the same guy. He's been very consistent throughout, and just has had a very consistent manner, and you kind of see throughout a season, win or loss, he's coming in, he has the same energy. He's not going to get too high, get too low, and be consistent. He's going to be a very consistent coach, and he has the ability to connect with a lot of different athletes, or a lot of different guys on the team from so many different walks of life, and just kind of see him operate like that is really cool.
Yeah, and for me, he's a player's coach, but he also holds you to a super high standard, which is what you want. So, for me, it's been a blessing to, be able to, be a player under him and, learn from him. And, for me, I may be a little bit different than these guys because, he recruited me out of the portal. So, I've had that connection and relationship with him, since that first phone call. And I think I know he's a big reason why I came to Purdue. So, yeah, it's been awesome.
And I think when it's something that he said, which is a good reminder, is that last year was your first year as a full-time starter. Obviously, you came up from Texas. Something that my pal Yogi Roth mentioned, he met you at Elite 11, and he's talked about how you remind him a little bit of Bo Nix, how the fresh start here has allowed you to kind of fall in love with the game again, and there's some joy. So do you, in your own words, kind of from a mental standpoint and your love of the game, where are you at right now in that journey?
Yeah, I'm blessed, to be honest. And, I wouldn't take, away my, past for anything. I think, what I've experienced through the ups and downs in my career have ultimately made me a better person. And, I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have those experiences. So, it's God's plan and God's journey, and I'm just along for the ride. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah, well, that perspective is something that certainly only comes with experience. Looking forward to watching you guys play this year. Huge test early, Notre Dame, week 2. Real quick, what's at stake when the Irish come to town? What's that game going to mean?
Well, it's a rivalry game, so we're gonna be well prepared. We're gonna know our assignment, know what to do, and we that's like a game that you draw on the calendar. Draw a circle around, because we know what's in stake with that game, and we know that game mean a lot, and that's gonna set the tone for the season.
Well, and one thing I will say, I got a hat tip to your fans, because I feel like the game day experience at Ross-Ade, you guys tell me it's pretty special.
Yeah, it really is. I'd say, I'd argue that they're the most loyal fans in the country. They supported us, week in and week out this whole, past season. So hats off to them, because we wouldn't be, anywhere near where we are, without them. So, credit to them and their help, and just the whole community, in West Lafayette is awesome.
I think Ross-Ade is going to be rocking when the Oregon Ducks come to town on that Friday night. Looking forward to that, and looking forward to watching you guys compete this season. Thanks so much, and enjoy the rest of Media Day.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope you get some good questions.
Appreciate it.
All right.